Many don't believe me when I say I am here to help and say prayers to hinder my progress and seek to spread their zealous propaganda to those who try to listen with an open mind. So maybe if I give you all a glimpse at what is to come at the end of a 7-year period, if I do not stop Apophis from coming, this is a good visual depiction of what shall occur in 2036 if I cannot stop it in 2029 and if mankind's science cannot prevail either, but it is also possible that it could be much worse than this, as you shall see.
See that? Kid, of course I can.
You okay? What the hell was that?
They're all over the place!
Bogies are breaching the atmosphere from Finland down the North American seaboard.
Heavenly God, creator of heaven and earth, have mercy on my soul.
But it is also possible, due to the Earth's declining geological state, that when the asteroid hits in 2036, depending on the speed it picks up as it passes close to the Sun before it returns on its collision trajectory with us, that it may cause the Earth to collapse upon itself and become a black hole. This is the scenario our progenitors that left the 9 temples of Ea had left them for. Nine temples around the world place in precise geometrically calculated positions that date back to 150,000 to even possibly 500,000 years ago, long before any man was capable of constructing building this large. Underneath each temple lies ancient technology not of this world. Tesla found one of these temples in an archaeological dig he funded and built his technology from. The Tesla coil and doomsday ray were adapted from the device he found beneath the temple. One of these temples lies in India and is known to always be emitting heat from underneath the statue in the center of the temple. This temple system was left by those of another world whose computer simulation systems detected this catastrophe, and thus is the reason no other alien race has tried to invade this world. These devices, when activated and synchronized, create an artificial magnetosphere and can concentrate its energy to deflect large objects such as an asteroid 340 meters in length. There was one issue, however. For the electromagnetic charge to be evenly distributed into the atmosphere, it must have a non-conductive material that does not inhibit the electrical charge as it passes from point A to point B. Another quality that is possible with monatomic gold: it has a 0.00 absorption ratio when conducting electricity. There should be some within each device, but it may need to be replaced with a fresh supply. Luckily it does not take much, maybe a gram at most for each device. This information was encoded within my life force. My necromancy skills were preset so that I would discover this information at the proper time. It is why I am Lucifer and there can be no other. Because I hold the key sequence to activate it.
When herds of reptilian birds roam the fields, we grow in wood, they all flourished on the earth for 3 periods. So, but then at 65 they all died out in a mysterious explosion. Now we're opening up the ground all around the planet, on every continent, finding them down below beneath granite and dirt embedded into stone. All these fossils abandoned and some are damaged, all are rare, some specimens are gigantic. So I'm wondering why these bones have radioactive traces, unexplained and it's dangerous. Supposedly they were ancient, dating way before the A-bomb explosions and devastation. The perfect extermination, unknown and disturbing, ain't it? Sleep tools such that gene pool match in a rat lab with a vast mastery of hereditary and genetic experiments. But beauty's in the past, you see. It's a tragedy that the masters had to eliminate this huge majesty. They purged the earth, burned it, beginning us in a new tapestry. The fire rains from the heavens on these innocents. The wild flames bring death to genetic prints. Bring majestic rejection, malevolent, and it was all part of a megalithic experiment. The fire rains from the heavens on these innocents. The wild flames bring death to genetic prints. Bring majestic rejection, malevolent, and it was all part of a megalithic experiment. Life will find a course unless scientists drop warheads from an orbit with force, and a very cold of our planet absorbs the hit. But it's scorching the forest where hordes of them are, they're snoring and dormant. Of course,
but I know that this information will not be believed by the mass populace, so I have sought another method, a second son of man.
The once vibrant and blissful lives are now lying under pine trunks and left behind. Then they released a disease to clean up all the residue residue, it's resident genocide of experiments to end a loop. Bend the rules, wipe out all the life and then begin anew. With little humans made in their image and likeness, mendable, moldable, controllable, honeable, with no major threats. Because every terrible lizard species was just laid to rest. For something they didn't know, they had to pay the debt. They gazed up at the heavens and then wept when it was raining death.
The fire rains from the heavens on these innocents. The wild flames bring death to genetic prints. Bring majestic rejection, malevolent, and it was all part of a megalithic experiment. The fire rains from the heavens on these innocents. The wild flames bring death to genetic prints. Bring majestic rejection, malevolent, and it was all part of a megalithic experiment.
This is their apocalypse now. All the Diplodocus howl, all the velociraptors stop trying, they fall to the ground. All the triceratops stop and halt and start dropping all down. The tyrant lizard king Tyrannosaurus roars without a sound. Fire is raining from the heavens and there's dust in every lung, and everyone is screaming meteors. They plummet from above on every summit. In every jungle volcanoes erupt, and every skull is crushed by thunder underneath the earth's crust.